you've got late payments that you want to remove on your credit report, then pay attention for the next couple of minutes, because not only am I going to give you my key to removing the late payments and updating to pay it on time, but I'm also going to tell you how to use the late payments to remove the entire account. And you can access this entire thing directly in my brand new playbook. This is actually the dispute playbook, where I show you exactly how to remove every single negative item type. That includes what you need to do before you ever dispute, third-party collections, debt buyer collections, late payments, as well as charge-offs, bankruptcy, and there's over 100 dispute reasons in here covering student loans, child support, foreclosures, repos, identity theft, and inquiries. But let's get back to this. Here's the deal. And again, we're not going to go over this whole thing. I'm only going to give you this one part here, right? There's one key to disputing and removing late payments. Now, let's say that you have one late payment, two or three. All right. That's all that we're talking about. 1, 2, or 3 late payments. Or if you have like 5 late payments, but they're not back to back. All right. So what you're going to want to understand, and this is the game changer, the only legal proof for a late payment comes directly from the data furnisher in the way of a bank statement. Okay. And someone had actually recently requested, like, oh, what law is this or whatever. There's no law. It's called common sense. Okay. So it's a bank statement directly from the data furnisher. I don't care if it's Capital One, if it's American Express, but it's proving when you paid or did not pay on time. Why is that? Well, the explanation behind this is that anything other than documented proof is hearsay. Anyone can create a statement stipulating that consumer paid late. I can literally say that the President of the United States was supposed to pay me on X date and he didn't, and here is the statement, and it's for $10,000. He owes me $10,000. All right. But without this proof, there's no legal validation. If you look at Cushman versus TransUnion from 1997, congressional opinion was that the credit bureaus cannot put the burden of proof on the consumer to verify. So what does this mean? Let's just use common sense. Okay. If you were late, they should have proof that you were 30 days late or 60 or 90 or whatever, because their bank statement will show that your payment came into their account on X date versus your agreed upon date of X minus 30 or 60 or 90. Okay. That is why that is the only legal validation. And if there were a lawsuit, they would actually have to provide this documentation during the discovery process of said lawsuit. Okay. So they can say what they want, but they have to legally verify. And that is the only way. All right. So now if you have a handful of late payments, like 1 through 5, but not more than 3 listed consecutively, you can dispute them for correction, right? So an example of this would be like 30 days late, and then you were on time, or 30, 60, on time, 30, or a kind of extreme example would be 30, 60, 90, on time, 30, on time, 30, 60. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to begin with the oldest late payment and state that you were not late. I mean, if there's no blatant inaccuracies reporting between the credit bureaus. Okay. If this doesn't work, obviously go on to the next late payment. Okay. So if you have multiple late payments, like 5 or more listed consecutively, you can dispute the account for deletion. Okay. So we're not asking them to remove the actual late payment. We are demanding that they remove the entire account. So example would this be 30, 60, 90, 120 days late, or 30 on time, 30, 60 on time, 30, 60, 90, 120 charge off. Okay. What you're going to do is you're kind of going to follow these steps, but you're going to begin with the oldest late payment or the first date of delinquency and demand deletion. So the best way to get an account removed is to find the inaccuracies in the reporting in the 24-month or more payment history between the bureaus, right? So this bureau said that you paid on this date, but the other bureau says that you were late for that date. This works all the time. And I actually give you 3 different examples, other steps, exhibits to use, what an exhibit is, and more. But that is the key. That is the game changer. Okay. They have to be able to legally prove that you, number 1, agreed to pay on X date. And number 2, that you did not pay on that date because your payment came in on 30 days later or 60 days later or 90 days later. Okay. So this works all the time. This is how I update and remove late payments from credit reports. If you want to learn all the other tactics for disputing and removing late payments, charge-offs, collections, bankruptcies, or anything else on here, then use the link that you see at the bottom of the screen. And if you watched my video earlier, Father's Day is on Sunday, and you can access this for just $59 until Monday night. All right. So I hope you have a great one, and I will see you later.